Hi, it's me, Chesh, or the Cuddly Kobold. Why don't you grab a drink, sit on down, grab a pen, pencil, or your tablet pen, and let's do a drawing together as I talk. So, uh, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the mental slump that I have been in. It has been so hard to create anything substantial. Um, I've sketched and sketched and sketched, and none of them have made it to the final product because mentally I've just not been there. Because as soon as I get done with the sketching phase, I just lose all interest, and this has to do with my depression and I guess somewhat burnout because I've been doing a lot of art recently and I'm trying to get on a decent schedule for my YouTube channel. And that means churning out art every week, every Friday is my goal. Is to have a video every Friday, long format, and then short format every Saturday, which the short format is a little harder because you can schedule a long format video anytime you want and it'll just go when you want it to. But the short format you can only do then and there. So it's a little bit more difficult on YouTube to do short format in a timely manner. Because normally I'm not up in a timely manner or have stuff done in a timely manner. Well, I say that, but recently I've gotten on a schedule of getting up at 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning. Used to be I'd go to bed at 1 or 2 a.m., get up at 1 or 2 p.m. And now that I'm with my fiance, he works and I've gotten on a schedule where I get up at 9 or 10 a.m. and then go to bed at 9 or 10 p.m. So, the schedule has done a lot of wonders for me mentally. Being on a schedule is great when you have mental problems because that schedule keeps you regulated. And if you deviate from that schedule, it can have bad results, which I think I'm feeling now because um, we went to my fiance's brother's house for Thanksgiving dinner on a Saturday. And we slept in at his sister's house, and that kind of threw me off schedule wise. And we do this on occasion. We do sleep in because he does have to get up really early for work. Like sometimes 4 a.m. he has to get up for work. And yeah, so he deserves to sleep in. Perhaps I should get up without him. I don't know. I hate doing that though. I feel bad leaving him alone. But yeah, I've just been in a mental slump. So today, well, not today, I'm recording this voiceover a couple days after I did this sketch. I decided to not force myself to make a fully committed painting and just do a sketch. You know, I'm heavily inspired lately by an artist called Oliver, and I'm going to try and pronounce his last name, Minatu. I probably butchered that. I think it's French. I think he's a French artist. But his online handle is Moon, MXTR. And I've been really inspired by them, they, he, I don't know. I think they use he pronouns. Um really inspired by them, and they do a lot of like sketching art on on their Instagram. And he's like very prevalent on Pinterest, or at least my Pinterest, because I heavily am influenced by him. So I decided to kind of take a page from his book and just do a sketch. So here we go. This sketch is of like a harpy person, I guess, singing. And she kind of looks mournful. I guess she looks mournful because I've been so sad lately. And your emotions tend to drip into your paintings, really. I've found anyway. So, yeah, she's mournful and singing. So, I have no rhyme or reason for her color choices, really. Um, I just chose them because I saw them in one of the drawings that I was using for reference, and I was like, I like those colors, so I just kind of Frankensteined two sketches that I was using for reference, the colors in them, into this one drawing, and that's where the colors come from. I did want something light and not to oversaturate it with colors, so I think I only used like three different colors. Uh, yeah, I used four different colors. I used this dark blue for an outline, a light blue for some coloring, a light pinkish purple color for more coloring, and then this kind of goldish yellow for accents. So yeah, I used like four different colors, which is not a lot for my usual designs. Usually I have like 10 or 11 different colors because I really love my colors and I just kind of splotch them on there willy nilly, like with no rhyme or reason either. I don't know. A lot of people say do your art with reason or purpose, but I'm just like, nah, fam. I want to just blob colors on there and have fun. So that's what I do. And sometimes it works out. Now, I will say, did this one complete painting and I absolutely hate it. It'll probably never see the light of day. The background is atrocious, and I could change the background, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go back to it. Once I finish a painting, that's it. I don't go back to it. So it's finished and it's horrendous, and it probably will never see the light of day. So don't be ashamed of your bad works, but also you don't have to put everything on the internet, and I'm not gonna put that on the internet. Um, I don't know. I may put it later on in my social media career if I get kind of uh more up there with followers and be like, this is how I used to be and it was terrible. Ha 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 ha. But I don't know. I haven't deleted the footage of it and I haven't deleted the art. So, which is unusual for me, but I kept it. I guess for posterity's sake, what I should do is put dates on these artworks, but like I I can't be bothered. So I have no clue when I did some of these artworks, to be honest with you, unless I posted it on social media, which sometimes it keeps the data for you, like YouTube. So, but I don't post everything on YouTube either. So, like one time I did a full calendar for my cousin of just pin-up monsters. And then I was going to do a calendar for my aunt who's really into fairies, but I couldn't churn out enough fairy artwork to make a calendar, so I just gave her a couple prints of some of the fairies that I did. So yeah, which the fairies are totally out of my normal art style. They're kind of more realistic in the way that I drew them, and then very simplistic in the way that I colored them. Except for the mushroom fairy. She's kind of odd, but yeah, very different from my usual style, and that's because I was influenced by another artist whose name I cannot remember, and I did not look up because this is not scripted in any way, shape, or form. I'm just letting it flow. I should probably script it a little bit, but yeah, I do not remember her name. I think it's a she her pronouns. I have her on Instagram, but also I follow a lot of artists on Instagram, so finding her probably would be difficult because Instagram is really bad for not showing you people that you subscribe to. Like even if you have to like YouTube did now, you have to subscribe and then tell it that you want to actually see their post, which is so stupid. If I'm subscribing to someone, I want to see their posts. I shouldn't have to click a whole nother button to be able to see their posts. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen them do, Instagram and YouTube. Like, seriously, why would you do this to me? And so I try and hit the bell whenever I can. But also on your computer, I don't think you can hit the bell. I think it's only with your phone that you can see them. And I'm actually looking on Instagram on my computer way more than I am on my phone, which is odd, I guess, for social media. But like, I don't know. I'm just on my computer a lot more than I am out now. So it's just easier to look on my computer. Although sometimes the internet's really slow and my phone service is not. So I use my phone service to look at TikTok and Instagram. So I don't know. It's like I use the computer probably 80% of the time. But yeah, computer is life. But yeah, I really enjoyed the sketch though that I'm doing. It was really fun and refreshing to do. And right after I did the sketch, I felt so much better that I went on to draw another cake, which I'm probably going to turn into a long format video. I have several videos lined up for short form um, that I haven't posted yet, and I need to do that. I have one that I did of Rarity for My Little Pony because she's kind of one of my favorites in My Little Pony. I need to rewatch My Little Pony. I don't think I saw all of it, but I really enjoyed the first like 2 or 3 seasons. I don't know how many seasons there is, but I really enjoyed Rarity because she takes care of her little sister and she makes and creates things, outfits and fashion. And while I'm not into making clothes because making clothes is really hard and requires a lot of fabric and is really expensive, I'm into making stuff. Like I have a separate crafting channel. But yeah, I really enjoy her character too, and her design is so cute. I think my second favorite probably is Twilight Sparkle. um, she's Twilight Sparkle's kind of mistreated in the series. Like she's kind of trampled on by people, even though she's supposed to be this princess. You know, it's kind of weird. Which I found out that the reason why Celestia and the other pony, and I'm sorry that I cannot remember her name, um, is not queens is because they didn't think it'd be as marketable as princesses. And so they're just princesses, not queens, even though they rule over a kingdom. And I find that hilarious. Like, marketing ruled over everything, and so they called them princesses. So funny. But yeah, I am. I really like My Little Pony designs, but I made it my own, so she looks completely different. It's like the coloring of her and the hairstyle of her, but it's like if she was a cartoon stylized with broken legs because I kind of made the legs look a little wonky because I don't draw animals very often, especially not horses. I was not a horse girl growing up. I was scared of horses and still kind of am. When I was little, my mom would take me to my babysitter, and my babysitter owned horses, and she would put me on the horses sometimes. And I don't know if that is why I'm scared of horses now, but like, I also I'm scared of heights, and horses are really tall, and getting on a horse, you're really high up. So I'm just really scared of heights and horses and spiders. Like I'm okay with bugs and spiders being outside, but when they're in my space, I kind of panic, you know? But I kind of got off track. What was I talking about again? ADHD. I ran out of my ADHD meds because they'll only give you ADHD meds monthly. They won't give you like a 90-day supply because it's a controlled substance and they have to test you and make sure that you're actually taking them and not, I guess, not selling them or something, and not overtaking them. I don't know. I find it kind of stupid because people are like, "Oh, you'll get addicted to ADHD meds." You don't get addicted to ADHD meds when you're ADHD yourself, because half the time we forget to take the things. Like the only ones misusing them are normally people who are not ADHD. So Yeah, I think if you're diagnosed with ADHD, you should be able to get more than a month's supply without seeing a doctor or a psychologist. So, I don't know. That's just my hot take. But yeah, I'm out of ADHD medicine, so I'm kind of everywhere too, and that kind of threw me off. I'm sure getting off of my ADHD meds so suddenly is contributing to my deteriorating mental health. So that's not good. But I just got word that I got insurance, so I'm just waiting on my card to come in. So hopefully I'll be able to see a doctor soon. I've also been in a lot of pain recently. I think it's because my vitamins are low again. I'm vitamin deficient severely. So, I need to have regular checkups to make sure my vitamins are where they need to be. I do take pill form vitamins. Although recently I kind of stopped taking them for no reason. So, that's probably why I'm hurting. So I probably need to start taking them again. Um, but yeah, I need to have my vitamin level checked out too. Anyway, thanks for showing up to my rambling story. I'm going to end this video now, and I hope you guys have a good day, evening, morning, whatever it is. And I hope your creative juices flow and inspiration is never fleeting. Bye!